In a surprising move that has fans buzzing, Justin Bieber has finally decided to follow Selena Gomez on Instagram after a significant hiatus. This social media gesture has sparked speculation and excitement among Selena supporters who are eager to interpret the meaning behind it. What prompted this decision? Could it signal a rekindling of their friendship, or perhaps something deeper? As both stars navigate their respective careers and personal lives, fans are left questioning the implications of this digital connection. Let's listen to what Hailey Bieber has said about this. But before we continue, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell. What does it mean when Justin Bieber finally decides to follow Selena Gomez on Instagram? After all this time, is it just a casual click of a button? Or is there a deeper meaning hidden behind that quiet little action? Could it be a simple gesture of maturity, a sign that he's ready to put the past behind him? Or is it something more personal, more emotional that only he and Selena truly understand? And perhaps the biggest question, how did Hailey Bieber really feel about it? Because in the world of celebrity relationships, even the smallest online move can echo louder than words. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, Selena, have been a constant thread in pop culture for over a decade. Their love story has been written and rewritten in the hearts of fans around the world. From sweet teenage beginnings to emotional breakups, to heartfelt songs that seem to speak directly to one another, their history is carved into music, memories, and millions of fan theories. And while both of them have moved on publicly, Justin with Hailey Bieber, Selena with her growing career, and now her romance with Benny Blanco, there's always been that lingering curiosity. Would they ever cross paths again in any meaningful way? So when fans noticed, almost in real time, that Justin had followed Selena on Instagram again, the internet lit up like a match in dry grass. It wasn't just about a social media follow. It was about what it could symbolize, because in celebrity, culture, and especially in this particular love triangle's history, every online move is dissected, analyzed, and turned into a possible clue. Some believe it was a peace offering, a way for Justin to say it without making a public statement. There's no bad blood. Maybe he wanted to acknowledge that Selena will always be an important part of a story, even if their chapters together are closed. Others, though, aren't so sure it's that simple. To some, it feels like a moment of nostalgia, a quiet reminder that even though he's married now, there's a part of his past he can't entirely leave behind. And of course, there's the other layer, the one that brings us to Hailey Bieber. Because in the modern world, a follow isn't just a follow. It's a public act, it's visible to millions of people. And when your spouse decides to follow their famous ex, the one the entire world knows was once their greatest love, it's bound to stir up emotions. According to insiders close to the couple, Hailey's reaction was calm on the surface. She's been in this world long enough to know how quickly rumors spiral. She knows that a public outburst would only fuel the fire. But behind closed doors, there may have been some very real feelings. Not necessarily anger, but a mix of surprise and maybe even a twinge of insecurity. Not because she doubts Justin's love, but because she understands how much Selena meant to people. Hailey has dealt with comparisons to Selena from the very start of her relationship with Justin. It's something that has followed her at every red carpet, every Instagram post, and every public appearance. No matter what she does, there are always voices, sometimes loud, sometimes subtle, comparing her to the woman who came before her. And even if she's confident in her marriage, moments like this can still bring back that old narrative she's worked so hard to move past. The timeline makes things even more interesting. Justin didn't follow Selena out of nowhere. This comes at a time when Selena's life has been thriving publicly. Her music, her acting, her beauty brand, and yes, her romance with Benny Blanco. She's been smiling more, posting more, and appearing more carefree than she has in years. Maybe Justin saw that. Maybe he liked seeing her happy. Maybe that in itself was enough reason to bridge the silent gap between them online. There's also the possibility that Justin's follow wasn't about rekindling anything personal, but about rewriting the narrative. For years, fans have painted him as either the heartbreaker or the one who never fully let go by following Selena. Maybe he wanted to show that he can support her from a distance, that there's no grudge, no bitterness, just respect for someone who once meant the world to him. But the public doesn't just see it as respect. For Selena fans, this was everything. Social media exploded with comments like, "He still cares, this means something." And history never dies, and maybe in a way they're right. History, like theirs, doesn't just disappear, it transforms, it finds new ways to exist. Sometimes in songs, sometimes in memories, and sometimes in the quiet act of clicking follow on Instagram. As for Hailey's side, people close to her say she's been processing the move with quiet strength. She's not the type to post cryptic messages or unfollow people in retaliation. She knows that doing so would only make the headlines bigger. But in private, she may have expressed to Justin that while she understands his intentions, she also hopes he realizes how the public will interpret it. In other words, once you make that move, you can't control the story people will tell. What's also worth noting is how Selena might have felt about this. She didn't rush to follow him back, she didn't post about it. She didn't comment. Her silence says a lot. It shows she's choosing not to feed into the noise. She's been vocal about wanting to live a drama-free life, focusing on her work, her relationships, and her peace. If she saw Justin's follow, she may have smiled quietly, maybe even felt a sense of closure, or she may have simply moved on, letting it be just another notification. Still, it's hard to ignore how public perception works. For years, people have speculated about where Justin's heart truly lies. This one move has reignited conversations that have been quiet for a while. Fans are pulling up old photos and old videos, dissecting lyrics from his and Selena's past songs, and wondering if maybe, just maybe, there's still something unspoken between them. And while Justin hasn't commented publicly on his decision, sources suggest it wasn't impulsive, it was something he thought about for days, weeks, or months before actually doing it, which makes it even more intriguing. Why now? Why not a year ago? Why not ever? What changed in his mind or heart that made him ready to take that step? Some speculate it could be linked to personal growth. Justin has been open about his journey with mental health, faith, and self-reflection. Maybe part of that journey is making peace with his past, including the people in it, and Selena wasn't just any person. She was a huge part of his formative years, his rise to fame, and his emotional highs and lows. Others believe it could be tied to his marriage with Hailey, not in a negative way, but in the sense that maybe he feels secure enough in their relationship to extend a gesture like this without fear of it being misunderstood, at least within their private circle, even if the public will interpret it differently. And then there's the simple truth that sometimes people just follow people. Maybe Justin didn't intend for it to be a statement at all, but with his history, that's almost impossible. Every move is magnified, every small click is a headline. Hailey's quiet response, Selena's silence, and Justin's lack of public explanation have all created a kind of suspense. It's like the world is waiting to see if this follow leads to anything. More interactions, more public moments, more signs of thawing between two people who once loved each other deeply.